So we're Muslim, obviously. You know what I'm saying? This is our holy book, the Quran. Thank you. You too. But this is the Quran. So we believe that this is the final revelation. Okay? So in Islam, you know, we believe in one almighty creator. One creator, nothing like him. No partners, no sons, no daughters. Created the universe, then created angels, jinn, and human beings. After he created human beings, he sent us guidance. How did he send us guidance? In the form of Noah, Abraham, David, Solomon, Jesus, Muhammad. Peace and blessing be upon all of them, right? So he sent us these messages to us as guidance on how we should live our life. What's right, what's wrong, what's good, what's bad. Now the thing is, he sent this message throughout time, throughout the old scriptures, and then people would get the message, and then they would lose the message. It would go astray or whatever. And then he would send another messenger, and another messenger, and another messenger. Until we believe the final message came to the final messenger, Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him, was revealed the Quran. The same message as the first messenger, the final revelation of that message. You understand? That's why there are some similarities between the old scriptures and the Quran, whether it's the Torah or the Injil, the Christianity and Judaism. We have the same prophets. The stories are different, but it's coming from the same source. So this is the final revelation of that original message. And it's uncorrupted, unchanged, and it's preserved. This is why we can rely on it. As a matter of fact, inside of the Quran, it tells you it's the quality control for the other scriptures. You know, the guardian for the previous scriptures to falsify the falsehood and to tell you what's true. It gives you the truth from it. You understand? So it's the Al-Muhaymin, is what how it's said in the Quran. The quality control for the previous scriptures. So we believe this is the final revelation of that very same message. You know what I'm saying? So we have some of the same prophets and the same messengers and some of the same guidance even. When I read the New Testament, even some of the same teachings are still within there. You know what I'm saying? You know, as Muslims, we believe that the other scriptures, they weren't preserved. You know what I mean? And the reason being for this is because we believe that the messengers come to a certain group of people or a certain amount of time, and then that's it until the other people get other messengers. We believe that every messenger was for their people at that time. Even Jesus in the New Testament said, I've come for the lost sheep of Israel. It hasn't come for everybody. Don't go into the land of the Gentiles. You know what I mean? So he came for the lost sheep of Israel to give them that message. That was it. Not to preserve it for all time. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, there is no older scripture. You could check the Old Testament. You could check nowhere in any of those scriptures does God say, I'm going to preserve this message for all time, or I'm going to keep this message for all time. There's nothing like that. In the Quran, Allah tells you now, it is we who revealed the Quran, and surely we will protect it. So now for the first time in any scripture, God is saying, I'm going to protect this scripture. And so he literally says it, and of course, it literally has been since for 1400 years. We have the original manuscripts, okay? We have original manuscripts carbon dated by Oxford University within the first century of the hijrah of the Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him. So within that first 100 years, we have the whole Quran, word for word, letter for letter, the same thing. And it's been verified already. Some of them have even printed it into a Quran, like a regular Quran with the old manuscript pages in it. You can buy it online. But it's the same Arabic. It hasn't been changed for 1400 years. So not only do we have the physical evidence, the manuscripts, but then we also have a chain of narration, meaning the writers, the scribes who wrote it. We have their biographies, their names, how many children they had. You know what I'm saying? And then we have a chain of memorization, because what you did when the Quran was revealed, people would memorize it and teach it to others. Now this chain of memorization goes all the way down until today, to our memorizers today. Okay, so there are millions of people around the world who have this book memorized cover to cover, letter for letter, word for word, sound for sound in Arabic. And the amazing part of it is that 80 to 85% of them are not even Arab. I have 2 people in my family who have been memorized cover to cover in Arabic. They're not Arab like that. They don't speak Arabic fluently like that, but they have been memorized. And the thing is about this memorization chain is that you can go to their teacher. When you get your memorization chain, you get a certificate. Your certificate will have your teacher, but you can chain your teacher back to the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him. You can chain it all the way back 1400 years. There's nothing like that. There's nothing like, no kind of record keeping like that in history. Okay, so you have this tangible thing that you can track your teacher. And because what happens is there were many memorization people who memorized it back in the day, but not everyone could go and teach it. You know what I mean? Like officially. So when you memorize it and you got it retained, you had to go back to your teacher. You had to recite it, the whole thing for your teacher, and then he had to give you the stamp to say, okay, now you can go and teach. You understand? And when if you have this chain, now there are people off that record, there are people still who memorize it, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, what a lot of people can get sometimes is that, again, a lot of people can actually trace their teachers back to, you know, to show the preservation. And this is standard. You know, if you go anywhere around the world, everybody's going to recite the Quran, and it's going to be the same, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to know, okay, yeah, this is the Quran, you know? So, but for what I said so far, has that made sense? Have you heard of that before, or?
I heard it before, but I haven't heard it. I'm glad to hear it from somebody that, like you said, that's, you know, Muslim, to know that it goes higher. You know, goes up. To find, like you said, you find some people, you're going to find out the source and it's real. But,
yeah, absolutely. What background are you from? Do you have a religion right now, or?
Garveyism.
Huh?
Garveyism.
Garveyism?
Yeah.
I never heard of it. What's that?
Pan-Africanism.
Huh?
Pan-Africanism.
Benathenism?
Pan-Africanism.
Oh, Pan-Africanism. I know.
Africanism. Yeah.
Pan-Africanism.
Yeah. Marcus Garveyism.
Explain it. Educate me. Explain it, because I don't know anything about it.
UNILA. UNIA. I'm sorry. Universal Negro Association.
Okay. Let me come around. I can hear you. So what do y'all believe?
We believe in, like you said, our people, you know, our black African ancestry. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but I'm still learning also, you know,
mm-hmm.
but I'm a student of Garveyism, basically.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm out here to learn too. I never heard of it before. Educate me on what. So who's your deity? I want to ask. Like
you said, we believe in whatever your higher power is. You see what I'm saying? If it's your ancestors,
we call him Allah, the one Almighty Creator.
There you go. You
right.
See what I'm saying? So, you know, and I had actually, you know, teaching from Marcus Garvey, his way he taught, I would have to get more into it because he's Jamaican, so you know he talk fast.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So yeah, it's a little hard to understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, I know when he came to America, he was in New York, Harlem, so.
Okay.
And I know he was deported back to Jamaica, you know, sometime for his tax evasion and certain things.
Okay.
I
heard the name a little bit before. I just didn't know much about it. Yeah.
And I think that NAACP they changed it into the NAACP now.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? I think that's what it is. That's what it changed into now, brother. But yeah, so that's what I've been learning on, you know.
Okay.
And like, I know a little bit about you know, the Muslims.
Do they have a book or scriptures that they go by, or no?
I'm not exactly sure,
okay.
brother, to tell you, you don't know a lot. So
okay.
I would have to, like you said, I've been down here in South Carolina, so I haven't get to go to New York.
Right.
And I've been basically growing, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Been growing past, so I'm growing now and trying to be there to do certain things. I got certain, you know, kids and certain things, so that's helping with my growth. So. But
okay.
Yeah,
so you on this journey right now, you know what I'm saying? I got you. And what a lot of people don't know too is that, you know.
I know that as a vice lord, you know, supposed to learn certain things about with the Muslims too. You see what I'm saying? Because vice lord is like they call it lordism because they learn teachings from the Muslim lords Farrakhan and certain things. So yeah, that's what made me stop when I seen the Quran. I was like, okay,
so this religion, like I said, we believe that Islam, the root word Islam, Islam is from the root word Islama. Islama means to submit. So anybody who submits their will to the one true God is a Muslim. Okay, so we look at all the previous apostles that came before, Abraham, Moses, Noah, they all submitted to one God. By doing this action and submitting themselves, their will to the one Creator, this makes them Muslim. This is Islam. So they were Muslim. We call all of them Muslim, including Jesus. If you read any of the New Testament, Jesus was always submissive to the one Almighty Creator. He was always submissive to the Father. Yeah, he was always praying to one God. He always taught to pray to one God. He never taught a Trinity in the whole New Testament. No one ever mentions a Trinity in the New Testament. So we worship that one same God as Abraham did, and Moses did, and Jesus did. That God that they worship, that's the same God that we worship in Islam. You understand, that we submit to. But the thing is now that, you know, again, the final messenger was, we believe, is Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. Okay? After that, he's the seal of the messengers. There are no more prophets after him. And he came with the final revelation, which is the Quran. Okay? And we believe that it's uncorrupted, unchanged, and it's preserved. And again, we accept all of the prophets that came before. You know, those prophets that came before. You can't be a Muslim if you don't accept Moses and Abraham and Jesus. You can't be a Muslim if you don't accept Jesus. So, you know, what I tell Christians here a lot of times too is that we believe in Jesus. We believe that he's the Christ. We believe that he's the Messiah. We believe that he's going to come again. We believe in the Immaculate Conception of Mary. No man had touched her. This is a miracle. Mary was a sign for all women. God in the Quran gives her the highest status of all women of creation. Okay? This is the highest honor God can give you. She's revered in the Quran. She's the only woman named by name in the Quran and given an entire chapter. Surah Al-Maryam. Okay? To her. That's it. You understand? So we hold them in a very, very, very high status. As should be. You know, as they should be. Jesus is one of our most mightiest messengers. No. Jesus is one of our most mightiest messengers, you know, and so, you know, you have to give him that respect. But this is what we believe, and this is what I tell Christians all the time. When you come to Islam, you don't lose Jesus. You know what I'm saying? You don't lose Jesus. We believe in the miracles, raising the dead, curing the blind, curing the leper. We believe in those miracles that he did, you know. And then even in the Bible, he says he did those miracles through the power of God. He did those miracles. So we believe that, no problem, you know. So a lot of this stuff you'll find that we do have in common with Christianity, even some stuff in Judaism. It's funny because Judaism, the Jews, you know, the Muslims are in the middle here. We go to the Jews and we say, hey, accept Jesus, accept Mary. You know what I mean? He was a messenger for you. Accept them, believe in them. And then to the Christians, we go, hey, come back to monotheism. Like us and the Jews, believe in one God, one Almighty Creator. Jesus is not a God. You know what I mean? So the Jews don't acknowledge Jesus at all. Christians say Jesus and equal him to God. And Muslims have him in the middle. Right in the middle. He's a mighty messenger. Love him, respect him, honor him. But he's a prophet. Yes, that's it. You know what I mean? I don't hold you up. But did you have any questions about Islam or anything you heard?
I don't know, like you said, I done heard a good couple of things about Islam, so you know, I mean, then I say I'm with my little brother, so I got you. Much, but like, good talking to you.
Yeah, it was good talking to you, man. On Sundays now, I'm gonna be here on Sundays now. Yeah, I was here on Saturdays before, but every Sunday I try to be here every Sunday now.
Okay, so like, you know, ain't nothing for me to pull up.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like you said, you got
it's my card. So when you come across verses that are ambiguous or that you don't understand, reach out to me. And I'll get you the understanding behind those verses, because there's context behind the whole Quran and those verses. It's already interpreted. We don't need to go, oh, what does this mean or this and that. No, it's already been interpreted by the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him. So anything you don't understand, my brother, reach out to me. What's your name?
Okay, I'm Jamel.
Jamel?
Yeah.
All right, Ibrahim.
Yes.
Please reach out to me, okay?
Okay, I got you, brother.
All right.
What's your name?
Ibrahim, like Abraham.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Ibrahim.
Yep, Ibrahim. Yep. It might be better to text me. It's faster. So. All right.
Well, you have a good one.
You too. Quran. You know about it? A little bit. What have you heard? You said you didn't know about it.
How long you been traveling?
Huh?
How long you been traveling?
Traveling?
How long you been Muslim?
Oh, all my life.
You don't have strawberries.
Yeah.
Came up in the coast.
Yeah. Yeah. Alhamdulillah.
I got a brother that we call the big homie of all Muslims. His name Muhsin Sabri.
Where is it?
Muhsin Sabri.
Sabri, yeah, brother Sabri. I know brother Sabri. I know brother Sabri's knew me since I was a kid. Yeah, he's a good brother. You know, I've known him and his family since I was a kid. Yeah. So he told you about it. So you talked to him about it, or?
That's like one of my right hands.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. Love that brother.
Yeah.
Do you have a Quran or? You got a Quran, okay. You took your Shahada? Come on, man. What's your name?
My name is PC.
PC?
Yeah.
Ibrahim.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Amir Saeed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With that.
Okay.
And I I ain't never took my shahada though. His brother been trying to get me to do that.
Man, don't delay it, man.
Almost 30
Listen,
years.
there's a reason that God, you met that brother, and then look at this. I don't know how many days or weeks or months or years later, you walking by me right now, bro. He's putting it in your path, man.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? And it's the truth. You know, what questions did you have? Like, what's stopping you? You know what I'm saying? Because listen, before you even answer that, I'm going to tell you, you don't have to be this perfect person before accepting Islam. You don't have to be rocking the thobe and the kufi and the, you know what I'm saying, throw away your chains. You don't. That's what I'm saying. So like, what's stopping you then? You don't have to be, you know what I'm saying? You just have to accept that part. You got to be in the game to win it. You understand what I'm saying? So what's stopping you?
My way of life is still dealing with freedom, justice, and equality. I still deal with Islam. It's
Okay.
just that, you know,
Even more incentive to accept it if you're already doing it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you come to my house, you still see, you know what I mean? I got my musella. Well, you know what I'm saying? I bet my sejadah
Yeah.
for a lot of people
Yeah.
that don't know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because musella is really the praying.
Yeah, you
The
there
sejadah
already.
is actually- yeah, I mean,
Come
I know
on, man.
some
Come on,
things.
take your shot, man. Stop playing, man.
things, man.
You don't know when your checkout time
Everybody
is
be wanting
coming. You don't know when your checkout time is coming. If you already believe in it in your heart, say it, declare it, and move on. Keep pushing with your life, doing what you're doing.
Indeed. I mean, you know what I'm saying? The path that I walk is still righteous. You know what I'm saying? For the simple fact that I had the opportunity to
Yeah.
be one of the high priests of another community, and it gave me the opportunity to have like everybody up under one banner. So it still was a good thing. You know what I mean? For real. I mean, Sabri gonna always be a part of my life because he's still like
Yeah.
a little bro.
Yeah. So why not take that step? What's
I
stopping
mean, I ain't
you?
talking
What's
about his
holding you
father. I
up?
think you talking about his father. I'm talking about the actual Sabri. Muhsin Sabri. He's the youngest. He's Sabri oldest son.
Maxine. You talking about Maxine?
Is that how he pronounced it? I'm trying to remember. You know what I mean? But he's actually right now in the struggle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Bro, in the struggle.
I haven't seen him in a long time. I know.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I got it. I still got his map or whatever, so we still in contact. Always gonna be in contact. Yeah, you know. Yeah,
I love that brother, man. Listen, listen. Maxine was like my little brother. He came, he sleep in my house. You know what I'm saying? Like he spent the night at my house. We go back like that. You understand? And I love that brother. Always have an Tajadine. I love his brother too.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
So like, seriously, man, you already connected with us and through this family almost. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should take your shahada, man. Like seriously, man. I'm not even. I'm saying that because I care about you, man. You know people that I hold dear to me. You know what I'm saying?
Likewise.
And you already connected in a way. You know what I'm saying? You really should, man. Especially if it's something that you already believe. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm not just gonna leave you. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you my information and make sure that, you know what I'm saying, you stay on it and answer any questions you have too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, indeed. I mean,
So.
I'm good money. Trust and believe. I'm good money. I ain't gonna tell you nothing wrong. Man.
Yeah.
I'm good money, but I'm always being in touch, bro.
Yeah.
Always gonna be in touch.
I got you. But yeah, man, just, you know, I'm just still curious, like what's actually stopping you from, what's preventing you to take that step? This is for something that you already following.
Yeah, before I was ever introduced to it, you know what I'm saying? I was already walking my path.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when I step into the most glorious, I just incorporated that into my life as well. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing wrong with incorporating when you know and understand that it has truth. So if it got truth, you take the part that you utilize, you feel as though that you can apply.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Listen, man, I know a lot of people caught up in the struggle who are still Muslim. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that you can't still be Muslim. And when you take your shahada, and you become Muslim, all you're saying is, there's no God worthy of worship but Allah, and then Muhammad is his messenger.
Indeed.
This is all you say.
Indeed.
So why not say it and testify to that? You already believe that.
See, I used to always tell Sabri. This is what I used to always tell Sabri.
Yeah.
Like, I know and understand what it's about, and I know and understand what the movement is for. You know what I mean? To incorporate not just our people, but all people, but mainly, you know what I'm saying, the original people. But I used to always tell him, like, just like how knowledgeable he is and he speaks, you know what I mean, fluent Arabic, you got to take into consideration that Muhammad most people look at Muhammad as like the last prophet.
Yes,
You know what I'm
we
saying?
believe he's the last and final prophet.
But you know and understand, like, look at Sabri. It's almost impossible. Like I tell him, like, bro, you like the next prophet. Like, don't limit the education, the education or the insight that can be given to man. You know what I mean? Through just this, because that's also dealing with like I used to tell brothers who walk a different walk of life that's interconnected, like dealing with Clarence 13X or, you know what I mean, Father Allah. When you deal with this, you got to also take into consideration that the book or what the teachings was actually written in 1934. So we know and understand in 1934, a lot of shit done, you know what I mean, evolved since then.
Yeah.
So the fact that it didn't evolve, you got to evolve with the time. So what you do is you utilize your mathematics or your way of life to apply to what's going on right now. So if you can't apply it in today's reality, what's the purpose?
Right.
You feel me?
But that's the beautiful thing about Islam, is that when you take the Quran and you take the Hadith together, you have a complete way of life that covers you from when you get up in the morning to when you go in your grave. You understand? On how to do everything. And it conforms and it works with any society, whether it's a future, a utopian future with flying cars, or whether it's an apocalyptic future where everybody's dying and there's war and disease everywhere. Islam applies to both environments. It can mold to any shape like that. What we have, it can mold to any environment, any future you're thinking of or can think of or can imagine. That's why it is complete. It's a complete way of life, and it's preserved for 1,400 years. You know what I'm saying? Now you may think that, oh, well, it doesn't fit today because we have cars or whatever, but it does. Yeah, it all works. It all fits.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
don't
saying?
Get me wrong, I'm knowledgeable. Like,
Yeah,
I'm very
you sound
insightful.
like it. I know.
You know what I'm saying? I promise you. Like,
I know.
I don't know if you knew.
I know you are.
But for real, like, I'm always respect the walk of life. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always gonna be a part. I got people that's Muslim that's in my life. That's
Yeah,
my family.
so you should even more incentive to take your shahada, man. You acknowledge your creator. That's what you need to do, is acknowledge your creator by declaring your creator that you recognize him. He gave you your heart, he gave you your lungs, your legs, the ability to walk, talk, breathe, eat, sleep every day, everything. Acknowledge it. Take your shahada. You already walking on that path. It doesn't make any sense not to take your shahada unless it's something you're not telling me. You know what I'm saying? Because like if you know what I'm saying, like if you already doing it, you're doing it.
Every day.
You know?
I mean, it's still gonna be here. That's why I'm good. You know what I mean? As long as I got it, as long as I got the best part.
So you believe in one Almighty Creator?
One Almighty.
Okay. You believe that He sent messengers to us as guidance? You believe that Prophet Muhammad is the final messenger?
That's the thing.
Okay, that's the thing.
You know what I mean?
You don't believe he's the final messenger?
He was one of the last messengers, but we don't understand. You got a lot of wise brothers, just like he was deemed the final messenger. We don't understand that still mad brothers that have extreme wisdom and knowledge that that can get people to gravitate toward the walk of life.
Right.
So I'm never gonna say that he the last. When I
So
know
what's the difference between them and the messengers before? You want me to tell you? They all had revelation directly from God. They all communed or some kind of way interacted with the Almighty. Nobody's done that since after the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. Nobody. That's the difference. I mean, there could be plenty of teachers and stuff after, no problem. But prophets, absolutely not. No one else is delivering a message from God or communion with God or splitting the moon or splitting the sea. You understand? Raising the dead, curing the blind, all these types of different miracles. Nobody's doing that, my friend. And in the Quran, this is what you have to understand, is that almost 2 billion people believe this is the preserved word of God. The author of this is God. Yeah, it was written by man, but the author is God, and word for word, God. And in here, your creator is telling you that the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing, is the final messenger. If your creator is telling you that, and it's in the Quran, my friend, it is good as gold. He's telling you that. So that means that regardless of how many people might have knowledge afterwards and can teach and do this and do that and move the nations with their speech, that's great, but they're not a prophet. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
even we believe in Jesus, right? We believe that Jesus is going to come back in the second coming, right? This is what Muslims believe. We believe that he's going to come back. He's the Messiah. He's not going to be coming back as a prophet, though. You understand? He's the final prophet. Peace and blessing be upon him. That's it. Jesus already came. We believe he's still coming. But when Jesus comes, he's going to follow this. That's what we believe. You understand? So this is what you go by. This is what you go by. This is your Creator's words, period. If he says Muhammad's the final messenger, Muhammad's the final messenger, my friend. You know what I'm saying? If he says the sky is blue, the sky is blue. If he says the earth is shaped like an egg, like an ostrich egg, it's shaped like an ostrich egg. Because he says that in here. If he says that the mountains go deep in the earth like pegs, like a peg, you know, for a tent.
Indeed.
Yeah, it says that. He's telling you that. And then how in the world did they know that 1,400 years ago, by the way? It's impossible, my friend, unless they were talking with God. You understand what I'm saying?
You know we the righteous. You know we the righteous people on this planet. We're supposed to know. The things that we've done is the same reason why the other races utilize everything that they could possibly learn with us to not only try to keep us mentally enslaved, you know what I mean? Because when they say, can a devil fool a Muslim? Nah, not nowadays. Why? Because of who we are. We have education. It's vast out there, you know what I'm saying? At the touch of a button, you can find out anything that you want to find out in life. You know what I'm saying? But they try to keep us down and try to utilize or take away everything that we done more than likely brought forth. They try to take it and make it seem as though that they're the author of it. You know what I mean? It's because of who we are, man. We royalty, bro.
Yeah. But here's my thing is that, you know, in the final sermon of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, he clearly states in his final sermon, an Arab is not greater than a non-Arab. A non-Arab is not greater than an Arab. A black man is not greater than a white man. A white man is not greater than a black man. In the eyes of God, it's only your righteousness, your piety, your God consciousness that elevates you higher than each other. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm paraphrring. I'm paraphrasing what he said, but this is what he's saying. Only in your God consciousness, your piety, do you go above someone else in that kind of way, in God's eyes. This means recognizing how you doing? This means recognizing your Creator. God consciousness. You got to be aware of who He is first. You have to acknowledge Him, and this is why I'm imploring to you to take your shahada. You understand what I'm saying? I'm serious, man. Like, listen. At the end of the day, if you see, like I said, you don't know what's going to happen when you go that way, when you go out the parking. You don't know when your time is coming. A lot of us would be lucky if we land in the hospital bed and we get to see it coming. A lot of times we don't know when it's coming. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just saying, and I don't want you to die on the wrong. You know what I'm saying? You already there. All you have to do is declare it. You know what I mean?
Trust and believe, I respect.
Listen, I tell you what, there's no compulsion in Islam, so I can't make you. Only Allah can guide you. You understand? But at the same time, I'm here. If you want to take your shahada, you change your mind every Sunday. You want to take your shahada, you text me, let me know. We can do it here. We can meet at the mosque. You can take your shahada. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you want.
You end up seeing me again.
You said I'll never see you again?
No, you end up seeing me again.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Inshallah, God willing. Indeed. We don't know. You might not see me again. I might not be here. You know what I mean? I might check out. You never know. All right?
Nice talking to you.
Yeah, you too, my brother. But when you're ready, let me know, please. All right?